What if the luxury that was supposed to be your reward is actually a gilded cage designed to keep you compliant, and the only way to claim the view is to shatter the glass everyone told you to admire? In The Penthouse Trap, Nia Laurent delivers a psychological thriller that transforms the billionaire romance aesthetic into a searing critique of transactional intimacy, proving that in worlds where affection is currency, the most dangerous contract is the one you sign with your own silence. This isn't merely another suspenseful tale of wealth and deception. It's a claustrophobic, emotionally precise narrative where every marble countertop feels like both sanctuary and sentence. Consent is negotiated through power imbalance rather than mutual desire, and liberation requires recognizing that safety purchased with autonomy is no safety at all. From the first hushed elevator narration, listeners are immersed in a vertical prison where status is surveillance and every compliment carries the weight of ownership. Perfect for fans of domestic noir and stories where female rage is channeled into strategic reclamation, this audiobook serves up relentless tension, unflinching emotional honesty, and a protagonist whose journey from decorative partner to sovereign self resonates with anyone who's ever been told their comfort depends on their compliance. When art curator Ilara Vance accepts her fiancé's proposal and the penthouse that comes with it, she expects fairy tale fulfillment, not to discover the smart home system logs her movements, moods, and conversations as data points in his portfolio of control. But as Ilara navigates charity galas and locked digital archives, she realizes this engagement isn't about love, it's about acquisition. Laurent masterfully avoids reducing Ilara to naive victim or her fiancé to cartoonish villain. Instead, she crafts a narrative where systemic coercion is disguised as devotion, where consent is negotiated through boundary setting rather than romantic surrender, and where freedom requires dismantling the very lifestyle that was supposed to define her worth. The audiobook narration amplifies the psychological vertigo, capturing Ilara's polished composure fracturing into fierce clarity, while supporting voices shift subtly between performative admiration and hidden complicity, making every social interaction feel like both performance and probe. You don't just hear the trap snap shut, you feel the seismic shift of a woman learning that some cages are built with diamonds, not iron. What elevates The Penthouse Trap beyond typical billionaire suspense is its nuanced portrayal of luxury as institutionalized erasure rather than aspirational fantasy. Ilara isn't merely escaping a bad relationship, she's confronting how class mobility taught her to equate security with submission, challenging the notion that worth requires visibility within male-defined frameworks. Her relationships evolve through acts of radical reciprocity, sharing silences with staff whose loyalty masks witness, establishing analog communication channels that bypass digital surveillance, and defending her right to privacy against cultures that mistake transparency for trust. Supporting characters add vital texture, fellow trophy partners whose friendships conceal competition, assistants whose efficiency reflects internalized oppression, even the penthouse itself, rendered a sentient archive whose walls absorb decades of unspoken bargains. Every interaction reinforces the novel's core truth. In economies built on extraction, refusal is rebellion, and presence is the only true asset. Even the thriller mechanics serve thematic depth, with smart home glitches mirroring emotional breakthroughs and security protocols becoming metaphors for earned autonomy. For audiobook listeners, this production is an immersive sensory descent into elegant dread. The narrator embodies Ilara's evolution with remarkable range, from rehearsed grace to trembling defiance, while supporting characters are distinguished through vocal textures that hint at hidden agendas without telegraphing twists. Sound design enhances claustrophobia without gimmickry, distant city hums marking temporal disorientation, rain against floor-to-ceiling windows during vulnerable confessions, the hushed beep of biometric locks syncing with breath during moments of revelation, all anchor psychological stakes and tangible reality. Pacing mirrors the rhythm of entrapment and escape, deliberate during reflection and ally building, then surging with urgency as external pressures collide with internal awakening. Whether you're commuting through open spaces or sitting in enclosed rooms, the audiobook creates a portable pressure chamber where isolation feels absolute and agency feels lifeline. It's storytelling as embodied reckoning, transforming passive listening into active participation in a journey where freedom isn't found in exit, but in reclamation. Ultimately, The Penthouse Trap redefines psychological suspense by centering female epistemology within economic frameworks. It satisfies genre cravings for shocking reveals and relentless pacing, while delivering substantive commentary on transactional relationships, class performance, and the radical act of trusting your perception when environments are designed to obscure it. No prior series knowledge is needed. It stands confidently as a complete emotional odyssey. If you've ever wondered whether safety can coexist with sovereignty, or if true strength requires breaking the rules that claim to protect you, this audiobook will affirm that sometimes the most powerful act is refusing to stay in the story they wrote for you. Press play, question the view, and prepare to believe that even in landscapes shaped by containment, minds still find ways to break free. Your next favorite thriller isn't waiting in external villains. It's waiting in the brave, trembling choice to rewrite the script from within.